Your O2ptima CM is going to come from the factory ready to get assembled and go diving. So there's no add-ons or extras that you need to throw into the cart for functionality purposes. However, there are some things to pick up that make cleaning, storage, and maintenance a little bit more efficient with the O2ptima. All right, and the first one on that list is storage. So when the unit's not assembled, we need a place to put the unit. And it's the easiest thing for that. It's the kind of ubiquitous yellow-topped hardware store boxes. So from a cleaning perspective, having some Harbor Freight special microfiber towels is really helpful. That way we can wipe down the inside of the unit, get it dry without using something that's going to leave lint behind. Speaking of that, lint-free Q-tips are a big help in getting spaces in between and beside O-rings clean without leaving behind any residue. I've picked these up on Amazon. They're just called lint-free Q-tips. These cleaning caps are actually sold by Dive Right. There's an upper set and a lower set. What these allow you to do is cap off the counterlungs, pour stearamine into them, and then shake the bag so that way you get stearamine coverage in the entire counterlung bag. And then just pop these off and drain the stearamine out. So I suggest picking up some cleaning caps. So after the unit gets clean, we want to get it dry. And I prefer to assemble my rebreather the night before the dive, which means I need to get it really dry after cleaning it, after diving with it and cleaning it. And the two things that help out with that are this chamois and this dryer. So this Coleman air mattress pump is $20-something on Amazon. I've got a clip on it. We'll clip the counterlungs off to something, clip this up there, shove this tube into the counterlung hole. In about 15 minutes, we've got bone dry counterlungs. All right, and that allows us to go diving, get the unit clean, get the unit dry, and assemble it before the next day's diving, and it's nice and clean and dry. For the components, this Secamax brand or ShamWow or whatever brand that you can get. I found this at the grocery store. These absorbency towels you can set components on. They'll help them dry faster. But also if you're at a hotel or somewhere like that where you don't want to get anything wet, setting these out on the counters or on your yellow top box or whatever helps keep your surfaces dry and get the components dry as well. So these are a huge help. So those are some things that help with cleaning and help with drying. When we start looking at assembling the unit and specialty tools, we really don't need much. I've got a Phillips head screwdriver in case we need to change a cell. You need this to access the cell tray, or remove the cell tray rather. And then a chopstick that I took home after sushi one night. This helps you change the mushroom valves if you have to change a mushroom valve. Those are helpful to have if you need to do one of those two things. The O2ptima comes with a pretty generous amount of Trilube 71, but you will eventually run out of it. So you will need to pick up a syringe. You can't assemble a unit without Trilube 71. It's very specific. You have to use that lubricant on the rebreather. So eventually you'll need to grab a syringe or a big vial of that. All right, silicone grease is only used in a couple places in the unit. The connectors for the electronics and then the battery caps. I don't believe the O2ptima comes with any silicone lube. You probably have some in your kit already, but some dielectric grease or silicone lube is used on a couple specific spots, so you want to have some on hand for your class. So as far as spares go, Dive Right actually sells a O2ptima spares kit. And it's got like a loop hose and some mushroom valves and a couple O-rings and a wiring harness. And those are going to be the common things that fail in the field. All right, every year you're going to get an annual service on your unit. That actually replaces all of the O-rings, all of the internals. But for field repairs, having a wiring harness go bad and being able to swap that, this is really what you need. Along with that, AA lithium batteries for your shear water controller and for the HUD on the unit. These, you should have a big pile of these on hand. At some point, not necessarily immediately, but at some point you want to pick up a spare 9-volt battery. Okay, and the 9-volt in the O2ptima is very particular. It needs to be a Tenergy lithium 9-volt or an Ultralife lithium 9-volt. A regular alkaline 9-volt will not fit in that, and other lithium 9 volts will not fit in that battery compartment. So the Tenergy specifically, you're gonna need to replace this at about 30 hours of use. So once you get some hours on the unit, pick up your spare, and that way you have it on hand. So I have a spare sensor sitting here. That seems to come up a lot. People wonder if they should pick up a spare sensor. The unit comes with 4 sensors, and they need to be changed at least every year or when they go bad. These have a shelf life on them, right? So 6-month shelf life, 12-month use. You don't really want to have a bunch of sensors on hand because you're just going to end up throwing them away. So if you're going somewhere that's just got no support and you want a spare sensor or two between the team, that's not a bad idea, but you don't necessarily need to be buying spare sensors when you get your unit. So all of this stuff here, except for the dryer, fits in this little Harbor Freight box, and then all of that fits in this yellow top box along with the unit. And that's going to take care of most things for you, and hopefully that helps out. Contact me with any questions and enjoy your upcoming O2ptima class.